mechanisms of accountability are in place to motivate landlords to properly manage their rental properties? And are there a need for more such, for better mechanisms to do so? Anybody feel equipped to take a stab?
Well, the city has a civil code that addresses the housing code enforcement. It's not effective. It's not effective in many cases simply because the fine is only $50, and it's more profitable for those landlords to pay that $50 fine and keep those properties at a minimal to substandard level. It is something that really does need to be addressed by the council, but again, civil code must be passed through state constitutional amendment, and work needs to be done on that. We are so far behind the times when a $50 fine is all that can be used. And, you know, that's the only real leverage other than through the housing document program, the standards that they set that can be used to force landlords, and we all heard the term slum landlords, that allow the properties to come into disarray. And they will tell you, because we have met with a lot of the multiple property owners in our area, they're going to do the very minimum that they can because they know that their tenants are going to tear their properties up. So, yeah, there's a lot that can be done.
This is a little unrelated, but I don't know if people know this or not, but in Chattanooga right now there is only one halfway house. It's a capacity issue that we're dealing with here and we've dealt with some time. It compares with a place like Nashville that has over 50 halfway houses without any capacity issues whatsoever. And so the result of that is that when people are coming home from prison, one, they either don't come home because they don't have a place to go to, or two, if they come out and the housing plan that they had falls through, they've got really no place to go to, and so consequently they end up on the street. Think about that first, alternative first though. If they don't have any place to come to get out on parole, they're not going to have any place to come to when they come home off parole. So they've expired their sentence and they get discharged unsupervised entirely, which means that they're going to hit the streets and they're going to be in shelters and they're going to be in a place where they're severely unstable and really prone to reoffend very quickly. So the fact that we don't have halfway houses in Chattanooga is a serious public safety issue in itself.
Three very quick points. One, I think Tim's absolutely right on the issue of, this is oftentimes about offenders coming back into these properties. And while I told you the number of people going to state prison, it's about the same number of people coming back every year too. So it's a huge issue. Two, I think that in Memphis there have been a series of efforts to try and figure out if there are ways around just approaching this as a code enforcement issue and actually try and use nuisance law in some of the worst cases to go after landlords. And three, and I know John Bridger's here from Community Impact, I think they've been as effective in any way in figuring out if there are actually non-enforcement ways of trying to buy up some of this property and put it together for community development purposes.